The wind howls through the trees, bending them until they nearly break. Leaves scatter across the road as people walk past, heads down, choosing the longer path, the safer path. Ahead, a steep hill rises into the mist, wild and unforgiving, its summit hidden from sight. That a calm voice asks, "Why do we avoid hard things, even when they could change our lives?" Most people believe challenges are meant to hurt us, to stop us, to prove our weakness. So we turn away. We tell ourselves, maybe tomorrow, maybe when I'm stronger, maybe when the wind dies down. But what if the struggle you're running from is the very thing meant to shape you? There is a hill so dangerous that no one dares to climb it. A hill tested by relentless wind, feared by many, avoided by almost everyone. Yet today, one unexpected soul will step forward, and what happens next will change the way you see challenges forever. On-screen text fades in. Challenges don't destroy you. Avoiding them does. Beyond the mist lies a peaceful kingdom, nestled between two hills. One hill is gentle, calm, and easy to cross. The other stands tall and dark, battered by fierce winds that never seem to rest. The people know these hills well, and they've made their choice. Every day, merchants, travelers, and even soldiers avoid the windy hill. They take the longer road, convincing themselves it's the smarter option. Safe, predictable, comfortable. But the king watches quietly from his palace balcony. He sees something his people do not. A kingdom growing comfortable, but not strong. The windy hill wasn't placed there by accident. It wasn't a curse. It was a test. The narrator's voice deepens. A life without challenges may feel peaceful, but it slowly weakens the soul. The king knows the truth. If his people continue avoiding difficulty, they will never grow. And so he decides to act, high above the land. At the very top of the feared hill, he orders a flag to be planted, bright, bold, impossible to ignore. A silent challenge now stands against the wind. At dawn, the kingdom gathers in the open square. Whispers ripple through the crowd as eyes drift toward the hill, where the flag flutters violently against the wind. Defiant, daring, the king steps forward, his voice calm but commanding. Before the sun sets, he declares, "Whoever climbs that hill and brings back the flag will be rewarded with gold, honor, and a place of respect in this kingdom." Gasps fill the air. Some laugh nervously. Others shake their heads in disbelief. The same hill they've avoided for years is now the path to greatness. The strongest warriors step forward first, confident in their strength. The smartest men calculate angles and strategies, convinced intellect alone will conquer the wind. But the king says nothing more. He simply watches, because he knows something they don't. A challenge doesn't reveal who is strongest. It reveals who is willing. The crowd waits, breath held, as the first challengers prepare to face the wind. The first warrior charges toward the hill, muscles tense, confidence blazing in his eyes. He takes powerful strides, but the wind slams into him like an invisible wall. Step by step, it pushes him back until his feet lose grip and he stumbles down the slope, defeated. Next comes a man known for his intelligence. He studies the wind, waits for the perfect moment, calculating endlessly. But as the minutes pass, the wind never stops. His hesitation becomes his downfall. He turns back, choosing comfort over courage. One by one, the brave and the brilliant try and fail. Some are thrown back by the force of the wind. Others stop halfway, fear creeping into their hearts. Excuses fill the air. It's impossible. It's not worth the risk. Maybe another day. The crowd watches in silence as the hill stands unmoved, unchanged, unconquered. The narrator speaks softly but firmly. Strength without patience fails. Intelligence without action stalls. And just when it seems no one else will try, a quiet figure steps forward from the back of the crowd. From the edge of the crowd, a young stable boy named Walter steps forward. His clothes are worn, his hands rough from years of quiet labor. He is not strong like the warriors, nor educated like the scholars. But in his eyes lives something different. Determination. Laughter ripples through the crowd. Some shake their heads. Others whisper, "He won't last a minute." Walter hesitates, feeling every stare, every doubt pressing down on him. He looks toward the king, unsure if he should even try. The king meets his gaze and gives a slow, knowing nod. That is all the permission Walter needs. He takes his first step toward the hill, heart pounding, wind roaring in his ears. The narrator's voice rises gently. Courage doesn't announce itself. It simply steps forward when everyone else steps back. Walter reaches the base of the hill and tightens the rope around his waist. He takes a deep breath and begins the climb. The wind crashes against Walter the moment he starts climbing, fierce and unforgiving. His first steps are clumsy. He slips, falls, and scrapes his hands against the rocky ground. The wind seems almost alive, pushing, pulling, daring him to give up that at first. Walter fights it. He leans forward, straining every muscle, only to be knocked sideways again. Pain shoots through his legs. His breath grows heavy. For a moment, he wonders if everyone else was right. Then something changes. Walter stops resisting the wind. He studies it. He notices its rhythm, how it surges, pauses, and shifts direction. Instead of charging blindly, he begins to move with it. He takes small steps during calm moments and braces himself when the gusts grow wild. Progress is slow, but it is real. Each fall teaches him something. Each pause gives him strength. He ties the rope tighter, uses rocks for shelter, and leans into the wind instead of away from it. The narrator's voice carries quiet wisdom. The challenge didn't get easier. He simply got wiser. Bit by bit, Walter climbs higher than anyone before him. And for the first time, the crowd below grows silent. Halfway up the hill, the wind roars louder than ever. Walter's arms tremble. His legs burn. Every breath feels like a battle. He looks down and sees how far he's climbed, and how far he still has to go. Doubt creeps into his mind. What am I doing? I could turn back now. No one would blame me. The safe road below looks tempting. Warm meals, easy days, a life without struggle. Walter closes his eyes. He remembers every time he chose the easy way. Every dream delayed. Every moment fear decided his path. Slowly, he opens his eyes and whispers, "If I turn back now, I'll always wonder." He digs his feet into the ground, grips the rope tighter, and steps forward again, straight into the wind. The narrator's voice grows firm. Growth begins at the exact moment quitting feels reasonable. Walter doesn't move faster. He moves braver. With one final push, Walter reaches the summit. The wind still howls, but it no longer controls him. His hands grasp the flag, snapping wildly against the sky. The crowd below erupts in disbelief. The same hill that defeated warriors and scholars now bows to a stable boy. Walter plants his feet firmly, unties the flag, and begins his careful descent. When he reaches the bottom, the king steps forward, pride and respect clear in his eyes. "How did you succeed where others failed?" The king asks. Walter pauses, then answers simply, "The wind never stopped, but I stopped running from it." He explains how fighting the wind drained his strength, but understanding it gave him power. The hill never changed. The challenge never softened. Only he did. The narrator speaks with quiet clarity. Challenges are not meant to be conquered by force, but by growth. The king smiles, knowing his lesson has reached not just Walter, but the entire kingdom. The king turns to the crowd, his voice carrying across the valley. "From this day forward," he says, "this hill will no longer be avoided. It will be the path we take to grow stronger." Slowly, people begin walking toward the windy hill, not fearless, but inspired. They understand now that the wind was never their enemy. It was their teacher. Walter stands quietly, holding the flag, no longer just a stable boy, but a symbol of courage. He doesn't feel powerful because he won a reward. He feels powerful because he faced what once scared him. The narrator's voice softens, speaking directly to the viewer. The wind in your life may not be on a hill. It may be fear, failure, doubt, pain. You can avoid it forever, or you can learn to stand in it. Because the moment you stop running, the moment you take one step forward, you begin to change. Final on-screen text fades in. The wind doesn't break you. It builds you. Face the challenge. Become stronger. If this story inspired you, like the video, share it with someone who's facing a challenge, and subscribe for more powerful life-changing stories.